howdy, folks. This is Vile Mike here. How's everyone doing on this wonderful day?
Delightful.
Sorry, I meant to say wonderful, brand new day. Damn it! I set up the joke and I didn't even execute it properly.
Okay, in case anybody's wondering, Vile Mike is not drinking coffee; he's drinking caffeine.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't know why everybody's raving so much about this Spider-Man movie. To me, it was bland. I call it bland old day. I hated it. I absolutely.
Spoilers, by the way. There's gonna be some spoilers in this chat.
Yeah, massive spoilers for it. All right.
Why is everybody raving about this movie so much? I don't understand.
I enjoyed it.
There's nothing at all freaking happened in the movie. If you ask me, it was all bunch of rehash bullshit.
To me, it was more of the fallout from the last movie.
Yeah.
Hang on, I actually want to hear PC's what he means by rehashing. What exactly did you refer to rehashing in certain scenes?
Well, for instance, they basically rehashed every damn thing from comic book covers or from the video game, as far as all the little goofy action scenes between him and a zillion other villains that they never really showed besides Scorpion.
In the first 8 minutes of the movie, yeah.
Yeah, the first 8 minutes of the movie. To me, all that was just PlayStation 5 footage enhanced. Basically, you showed a video game footage in a movie, but you made it live action. Whoopie doo.
All right.
Well, PC, hang on. PC, that was the movie's version of a quick little recap between the last movie and what he's been up to since.
Yeah,
it
was a time skip. We get that, Elihu, but I want to bring up something about what Positive Canada were saying. I kind of agree with you on that, PC. That it wasn't necessarily more of a good montage. It was kind of like just watching something out of a video game cutscene. And the reason I find that funny is I literally made that comment about someone else's work recently, and they deleted my comment. It was on a YouTube video. Someone produced what they called, a fan film for Star Trek. It was about a ship that runs into something related to the Doomsday Machine and all that kind of stuff. And people were like raving about it in the comments, saying like, "Oh, this is so good. This is so much better than anything else Star Trek is making or Paramount's doing in Star Trek, blah, 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 blah." And I'm like, yeah, it's a great video game cutscene, but where's the fan film? And that's because all it was images of spaceships and space stations over voice work. There was no actual acting. I mean, even the voices were half done in AI. Half the footage was just AI. And I'm like, this is not a fan film. This is, a computer cutscene from a video game. It's not really a fan film. And apparently that pissed the person off where they deleted the comment.
Hey, well, that's their prerogative. But
so I kind of agree with you on that. So
can I continue with my?
Go ahead. Sorry.
Please. Yeah. Please.
Okay. And then Black Widow, Yelena. What the fuck was she in the movie for?
She's head of the new Avengers. He wanted some information.
Besides to put an Avenger in the freaking movie, what the hell? She served no fucking purpose besides being fucking naked in a fucking
fan service.
Yeah, it could have been a phone call or an officer. Yeah, that was the whole point of the fan service. Yeah, I liked the scene, but I didn't think it was necessary.
Yeah, it was one to show off. We got a naked woman on set.
But
it was a way to get.
I don't think she was naked. Because they never.
No, she was not. She was covered up.
Yeah, exactly.
Under the water, she was covered.
Well,
yeah.
but
the illusion of nakedness.
The hint was all you need in comics.
Well, but then
plus
Tom Holland
it was for the gag. Hold on. It was also for the gag of having Spider-Man wearing nothing but his mask.
And
underwear, Tom Holland's
underwear
feet.
And underwear. He was wearing underwear.
He wasn't wearing underwear. I mean, during the bath scene, he's not wearing underwear.
He is. He is.
Yeah, he is. He goes in the water with his underwear and his mask.
He takes the towel off and he's wearing briefs.
Yeah.
I did not see the briefs. I did not see the briefs.
He's wearing underwear and a mask. And she goes, really?
Attention then.
Yeah.
But anyway, okay. So that whole scene, and then, I mean, she was only in that scene and then one other scene in the whole damn movie. Okay, so basically, it's a cameo. Okay,
sort of in the peripheral.
Yeah, but anyway, what? Yeah, but anyway, so to me, who cares? And then Savage Hulk. Oh, whoop-de-doo, Savage Hulk.
Wow, I don't even think that was Savage Hulk. I think it was just regular Hulk.
Yeah, okay, well, he was big.
Actually, it's confirmed. Regular Hulk was 7'5". He was 8'5", which is the Savage Hulk confirmed by the director.
Yeah.
So anyways, it doesn't fit my head canon yet, but go ahead. Yeah. Sorry, we keep interrupting you, PC, but just forgive us.
Okay. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, Savage Hulk, whoopie-doo. So you have Hulk in there, going crazy because, I guess, can I do the main spoiler now, I guess?
Yeah, we said spoilers. Go for it, dude.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you have Jean Grey, future X-Men person, as the quote-unquote, I guess, villain of the movie, even though the other dude is more of a villain that's in control of whatever the hell that group is called.
Control.
Metzger.
Yeah, damage control. Yeah, there you go. Because there are a bunch of people who take advantage of other people's powers, I guess, or whatever the hell they do. And then don't get me started on a Goofy Ninja Matrix Goofy that ninja scene has been featured in about a zillion other ninja type movies, for crying out loud. Okay, the Goofy ninjas at the end of the movie, floating in the air and doing all that other stuff that they did in, what was that, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, I think was the first movie that did that or whatever.
Oh, it was not the first movie by a long ways. It was just one of the first ones in the U.S. that hit the U.S. like that.
Okay, but anyway, you know what I'm getting at. You have all these ninjas floating in the air doing their badass stuff, and only because Spider-Man throws off the inhibitor, which I didn't understand that inhibitor thing in the first place. To me, that just let yourself go. Because you brought it up. I know he wanted to control it just because he couldn't control it. Okay, his thing at the time, his powers, and then eventually he said, "Oh, hell with it," when he was fighting them ninjas at the end.
Right. Because you brought it up, I have to mention the inhibitor stuff, because me and Mrs. Vile were watching this movie. We had a little virtual date. I was playing the movie on my laptop, and we were talking back and forth during it. But when they were talking about the inhibitor, it kind of pissed me off because it makes no fucking sense the way they worded everything.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
It's a kind of a callback from what he did with Doc Ock's inhibitor.
Okay, no. Shut up, Elihu, because I don't care if it was a callback towards that. The science words they used were mumbo jumbo.
Yeah, I know, technobabble.
But it was like one of the things that goes, okay, so you use mRNA, you use RNA to prevent transcriptase from reading messenger RNA that has been mutated by your mutation. When in the Hulk's case, that mutation is caused by gamma radiation exposure.
Yeah.
In Spider-Man, it's caused by arachnid DNA. They don't specify whether he's got any radioactivity to him.
Right.
So that part makes no fucking sense.
Thank you.
Because you can't use standard RNA to prevent transcriptase from reading DNA. Period. That's not how transcriptase or mRNA or RNA work.
Thank you.
You would need a
disbelief.
I know, but I know just enough of the science to know that what they were talking about was bullshit. They needed some outside mechanism.
Of course,
They had an
bullshit.
excuse. They had an excuse for that outside mechanism when they were talking about when they were trying to solve the problem of his inhibitor's overheating issue. MJ goes, "Oh, it could be the magnetic field," and he literally goes, "Oh no, the magnetic field it produces is so very small, and the other stuff gets dissipated into my suit." And I'm just like, so what is causing the freaking RNA from preventing the transcriptase from reading messenger RNA? You could argue that it was the freaking magnetic field doing it, but no, they decided to throw something else in the mix that made no fucking sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I tried not to think too hard about that stuff.
And Mrs. Vile was literally like, see, this is the problem. You know just enough to make so that this doesn't make any sense. Whereas I can turn my brain off because it's not the subject I went into.
Yeah, I know. For comic book movies, yes, you're supposed to turn your brain off and not really care about all the mumbo jumbo and stuff like that.
Now, if they didn't mention those words specifically, it wouldn't have pissed me off. Because I guarantee you, the reason they said mRNA so many times about it is because of the new mRNA vaccine.
Yeah.
And it's a word people are familiar with now.
Yes.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to even. I mean, obviously, it makes no sense. It just,
Oh boy. Okay.
Now, if they had said it was based on a retroviral treatment, and it was the virus that was preventing the mRNA from transcriptase from actually reading the mRNA, that would have made fucking sense. At least on a rudimentary level.
Ish.
But you can in the comic book movie.
But the issue with that would be every single inhibitor would have to be tailor made with that person's genome. You couldn't make a universal one like they make in the thing.
Yeah, and the universal one. Come on, give me.
Paladin is absolutely right. mRNA in comic books equals quantum in Star Trek. Yes.
Don't even get me started with the goofy universal one, because that's a bunch of BS right there. But yeah, of course it's a plot point. You got to have something to control Jean Grey eventually with. So might as well make it, the universal one. But yeah, specifically, it should have been geared specifically for her DNA.
What bothered me most actually about the inhibitor thingy was when Spider-Man just let that organization take it.
Yeah.
Right? The one that had
damage control.
Because he and Hulk or Bruce Banner had already discussed how serious a universal one would be, and then to just let them walk away with it, that seems.
Now,
and then
I want to. Sorry for interrupting you again, Positive. I wanted to bring up this point because Dandelion did. There is a device in Marvel Comics that is literally a collar that you can use to put around any mutant's neck, and it'll nullify their powers.
Right.
And I think that this was their attempt because they're going to start bringing in more mutants.
Yeah.
To have something that could stop them from using their powers in the future, and now it's going to be Spider-Man's fault.
There was already something for people to stop using the powers. Remember the raft? Wanda had one around her had a collar around her neck.
Yeah, but anyway, And then you had the major plot hole of okay, Spider-Man leaves her dangling in a helicopter, right? How the hell did she get out of the helicopter?
You can always go back to the source body. They
Yeah,
covered it.
she
she
no
did.
matter how
Oh,
far
okay.
away
Oh, okay.
you'd hop, you could always go back to your original body. Then she just start having to hop again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, whatever.
Yeah, that was
Anyway.
an easy one to figure out.
Yeah, they kind of
But I got a major plot hole for you guys.
Okay, what's your major plot hole? And wait, hold on. Is Positive? Are you done yet or no?
I mean, not totally, but you can go ahead with your major plot hole first.
All right, go ahead.
Okay. You remember at the end of the movie when Peter Parker went to the cafe, he had that letter he wanted to read to MJ?
Mm-hmm.
And he kept it in his little coffee cup in this movie, and he left it there, and MJ found it. How the fuck did she know that letter was for her when her name was nowhere on that piece of paper?
As far as I know, it didn't say everything.
No, it didn't know. Her name is nowhere on that piece of paper. How did she know that letter was about her?
Women's intuition.
I have no idea.
I don't buy that. I don't buy that.
Reading the letter, so I couldn't say for sure. Isn't it?
Yeah, we don't know everything that was in the letter. We just know.
Actually, the whole entire letter was published. Marvel posted the whole entire letter, and there's nowhere in her name.
Was the whole letter published?
Yes, it was published online. The text of the letter was published online.
Does the letter explain that he's Spider-Man?
Yes.
Hang on. Yes, it does. Let me pull up the.
Well, maybe her reading it made her feel it was for her. I don't know.
Hang on.
Yeah, I just.
Yeah, I don't think that's a big plot hole, Elihu. I think she was able to figure out through context clues.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the letter was still in the coffee cup and she remembered that he had gotten the coffee there.
Yeah.
How she remembered serving him coffee, 4 years earlier is more of a plot hole than anything else.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to remember someone who I served coffee to 4 years later, no matter who they are.
No matter if they were your girlfriend or not, right?
Yeah.
In the past that you said you were going to come back for, but you never did.
Hi, I'm Peter Parker, and you may not recall me, but I have something to share that you may sound unbelievable. Yet it's the truth, and I trust you believe me as you're quite adept at sensing when I'm not being truthful. We used to know each other. We were in a relationship, but something terrible was about to occur in the world. The only way to prevent it was to make everyone forget me, including you, because I'm not merely Peter Parker, I'm Spider-Man. And sometimes Spider-Man must make the tough choices, even if it shatters Peter Parker's heart. Perhaps I'll never read this to you. Maybe I'm just writing this for my own sake. Maybe it's my burden to bear alone with the truth, but the truth is I love you, and I hope that somewhere deep inside you remember that you love me too. That's the letter.
Okay, now let me ask you this: where did she find the letter, Elihu?
In a coffee cup. In a coffee cup, which is generic for New York City.
Hold on. Let me.
Castle's place.
It wasn't in the coffee cup because
he
sorry.
left it out. I think he left it out.
Jean Grey had stolen it from his room.
Oh, that's right.
Handed it back to him when
she found it at Punisher's place, where Spider-Man took her.
Yeah, Frank Castle's place.
Yeah.
And remember, she was trying to figure out why Spider-Man was trying to save her. And one of the lines he said to her before everything was, "I promise to protect you."
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a plot hole. Obviously, if it was there and it's saying I'm Spider-Man, she's going to realize, oh, I must be the person he's talking about that he loves in the letter. I mean, context clues, man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Exactly.
No, what I didn't realize until the second watch through. Metzger is obviously the villain of the story.
Yes, the black guy again. Come on.
Well, I don't have an issue with that, to be honest. But no, my issue is the fact that Damage Control had every right to abduct her sister.
They
were not the villains for doing that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Because if you want to think about it, what were they doing in the park? They were testing out their powers by taking over the bodies and minds of citizens without their permission, taking away their bodily autonomy rights in public.
Mm-hmm.
They were doing something incredibly unethical in public and incredibly dangerous. So yeah, they had Damage Control had every right to arrest her sister under any if it deemed him a threat at the beginning of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
What they did not have the right to was experiment on her.
Exactly.
Right. Exactly.
That's where they crossed the line. But her sister's arrest, as far as I'm concerned, was completely above board and legal.
I did like the hidden little twist VMAX. I like that part.
VMAX.
I knew it was going to be something like that, though.
Yeah, I know, but I like that was revealed. The last thing she saw when she was looking up and being killed, just like Sadie was, like, oh, Gene, she sees the vent, the letters, that peels off the tape. I love that little twist part.
I really enjoyed some of the goofy shit because I love goofy shit. Like when he first gets his inherent web shooters, and they're like the oozing goo, and he
that was funny.
I laughed so hard at that. I gotta say, there were some. I overall I enjoyed the movie. I just turned off my brain because there's always stupid shit in those. There's too much stupid shit in movies always. So I don't know. I kind of enjoyed it. I thought the whole, introducing Jean Grey kind of thing, I liked it. I kind of, you kind of got the sense right from the beginning, not even before you knew who it was, that, there was obviously more to it.
Well, Dandelion, there's a little trope in the comics about whenever Spider-Man gets his powers, he sticks to pigeons, the pigeons stick to him. They finally did that. I'm like, finally, they got the trope in there.
Yeah,
finally got the trope.
Weird shit. I just thought it was kind of fun. I mean, I think kind of that was sort of what they were aiming for, was just pulling stuff out of the comic books. And again, I mean, these characters that he captured and incarcerated or had incarcerated, they're easily characters that will eventually get out of prison, and he'll be encountering them again, no doubt, right? So even though they just did the montage that's kind of whipped through a lot of these people, I just think it's hard for them to do just regular villains because they've had so many crazy huge villains. I mean, the fact that he can hold his own against Hulk kind of makes him a little too super in a sense in this particular.
Yelena basically hang on, Mike. Yelena basically summed up Stan Lee's version of Spider-Man. You do little potatoes, we do big potatoes. Spider-Man's a street level protector. This is what he does. People
This particular incarnation of Spider-Man is quite a bit more powerful than that, right?
So right now he is, yes.
Yes, getting these, that's the whole thing, right? They can't go back and take somebody who's fought against Thanos or whoever, whatever massive villain, and then have him go back and just face the Green Goblin again. That would just be kind of it's fine, but this particular Spider-Man, it's a bit, I don't know, not beneath his pay grade, but I don't know.
Spider-Man only dealt with big villains when he was teaming up, but by solo, he was doing with street level villains.
Right, which is what they had him doing, but that wouldn't necessarily make a particularly compelling film at this point, I don't think. Right? It wouldn't seem like much of a challenge for him. It had to be something fairly challenging. And I like that they kind of it's obviously not a new character. It's, one where, if you've been following Marvel, then you're familiar with the character of Jean Grey. I just thought it was an interesting.
What I wanted to point out, though, when you were talking about the Spider-Man Hulk fight, there are two fights in Hulk's history that are always referenced in the comics, and that's one, his fight with Wolverine,
yeah,
which of course they referenced in the Wolverine Deadpool movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then, of course, the Hulk's fight with Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
And it's both because while Spider-Man and Wolverine are incredibly powerful in their own right, they are nowhere near Hulk's power level. So it's actually a fight where you don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. When it comes to Spider-Man, though, yeah, he's primarily a small-time street-level fighter. But like Elihu said, when he teams up, he's always able to pull his weight on other things. I mean, the Spider-Man scene where he's lifting up the heavy stuff to prevent, people from being crushed. They did the same thing with the Hulk, but they also had Spider-Man do it, and it was part of it was also kind of a piss-off moment for me because it's like, come on, Captain America, help him carry the damn thing. You're strong too.
Yeah. That's my point, though, is like, yes, Spider-Man is sort of kind of like, he protects New York City. That's sort of his thing. But in this Marvel universe that they've created, he's obviously far more powerful than just that level of street fighting. Like, yeah, that stuff's kind of like, he feels like that's his responsibility, but he's capable of a lot more than that.
Which is why, like, during Secret Wars, he's able to hold his own with all the other big named superheroes.
Yeah.
Spider-Man is also the only member or only solo hero that has been part of the Fantastic Four, part of the Avengers, part of the X-Men. And, like, he's basically, you can throw Spider-Man on any team that exists in Marvel.
And the Inhumans.
Yeah, and the Inhumans, but I'm just saying,
mm-hmm.
He's able to exist as part of any other group just because of the nature of his character and who he is.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I mean, that's one of the only survivors.
That's one of the things that always makes him one of the more compelling characters. That's why Spider-Man movies always do really well, because he is that sort of a versatile character. Like, he's got enough of his own shit going on, but he's also, because of his like kind of like earthiness in a sense, he does tend to mesh well with other groups, right? Like he works well alone, and he works really well as part of a team, which is like a really interesting characteristic of that particular character.
Whereas even like Wolverine, yeah, he had his solo issues for a while, and he was introduced as part of multiple teams, but he doesn't always work well on a team.
No, he does not work well, really, when it comes down to it. Like,
I mean, you could even argue, Iron Man doesn't really work well on a team. The Hulk definitely doesn't work well on a team, to the point where, he was a founding member of the Avengers, but by, I think it was the third comic book, they'd already kicked him off the team.
Yeah. That's the whole thing. Like, Spider-Man is just that sort of an interesting character who really is that, it's almost like he works alone because he kind of has to, but he actually craves that like interaction with other like supers, with other people with abilities.
You know why I like this iteration of Spider-Man the best? Is because we never saw an origin story. I'm like, thank you. We already know it. Thank you, Marvel. I'm like,
me and Mrs. Vile were talking about this. Okay, prior to them revealing that it was Jean Grey. Now, remember, I avoided everything about the film beforehand, so I didn't know who the villain was.
Mm-hmm.
Mrs. Vile, on the other hand, she had watched interviews and stuff like that, so she knew who Jean Grey was before I did.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay, I don't know who the villain is. I'm trying to think about who it is. In my mind, I'm like, is it possibly Mephisto?
You've got a text, idiot.
What the hell was that, Elihu?
That was a text notification.
Okay. So I'm like, okay, maybe it's Mephisto because, he was involved in the original Brand New Day comic book storyline, and he's possessing people. I know they were working on, I saw the Comic-Con stuff, so I know that they were making a Ghost Rider, and I thought maybe they were going to bring in Mephisto, so it would be him.
Well, Mephisto's already there with Ironheart at the end, so.
Yeah, but I thought because Mephisto was part of the original Brand New Day comic book storyline, he was involved in this as well.
You're pulling an LDG. You thought Mephisto was part of the original Wanda story. No.
I didn't say he was. I was saying he was the original Brand New Day comic book storyline. Mephisto was a major part. That's why I thought it.
Okay. Anyway, go on.
Then I was like, okay, well, they're also introducing his expanded powers in the organic webbing stuff. Well, that was related to the other storyline, which brought in Morlun, the energy vampire that fed on superpowered people with animalistic powers. So I'm like, is it possibly related to him, even though he doesn't really have those powers, but it would make sense why Spider-Man's immune. So when they finally said it was Jean fucking Grey, I literally texted Mrs. Vile, it was Jean fucking Grey?
You didn't see Ryan Reynolds at San Diego Comic-Con in the gray
yes,
suit?
Yes, I did. That's why I thought it was Ghost Rider and Mephisto.
No, his original suit, he called it Jean Grey.
No, I didn't see that part.
Yeah, because he pulled a little on his Instagram. He was doing a little montage of this, and one of the pictures was his tag was color Jean Grey. That's the color of the gray suit, Jean Grey. I'm like, that's funny.
No, I didn't catch that because I don't. As I said, I try to avoid spoilers like that.
And it really wouldn't necessarily have told you anything.
I know, but it was kind of funny.
But I don't know. I was kind of I don't know if I was mad about it. The other aspects that was kind of weird for me because as a comic book fan, yeah, Jean Grey has a sister, which I will admit I completely forgot about until I looked it up after the movie, and I'm like, oh yeah, that was that. I forgot entirely about her sister during the Dark Phoenix saga.
Yeah, but the thing is, her sister, they did change her abilities.
Yeah, she's not a mutant in the comics.
Yeah, exactly. But she can, I guess, take people's mutant powers away, right? Or something like that?
No, she didn't have that power at all. She was just a mutant rights advocate. That was it.
Oh, okay. I thought she could.
Now, giving her powers similar to Jean Grey, I don't have an issue with. I don't even have an issue with them killing her off because it's the MCU. They got to make some changes.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. I was just not expecting Jean Grey, even though I know they've been hinting at bringing the mutants into the MCU for like the last several films.
The very first mention of a mutant in the MCU was Kamala Khan. Then it was Namor.
Well, they did do the mutant stuff for Namor. They did for Kamala Khan and the Marvels. They had alternate universe Professor X in Doctor Strange 2. They had Wolverine and Deadpool. So yeah, they've been hinting about this for a while.
Then they had Beast and Monica Rambeau. Yeah.
Yeah, but that is her traveling to another universe. So.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I didn't hate the movie. I would say on my scale, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10.
But I thought.
Did you like what they did with the opening sequence?
Did I like what they did?
Well, they had to do a time skip, so yeah.
Yeah,
but
one of the things
the Marvel opening sequence I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the Marvel sequence.
It did a little recap of all the stuff in case you had forgotten.
Yeah,
and every time Peter Parker disappears and the other person's still standing there, they made Parker disappear from every scene before they flash to the next one.
Sorry, say that again. I didn't understand you.
When they're doing the Marvel logo, you see different scenes from the previous Spider-Man movies. But then Peter Parker disappears from that scene, then they go to the next letter, and he disappears from that scene, but the other person's still there. They made Peter Parker vanish from every scene during the opening credits.
No, I didn't notice that.
Oh.
And I watched the film twice. I watched it once with Mrs. Vile, once with the caddy.
Oh, I thought that was actually pretty cool what they did. I'm like, that is awesome. I noticed that's the first time I was like, wait, what happened to Peter?
How did you guys feel about the Punisher storyline in the film?
He was the best part of the movie to me.
Yeah, I like Frank's story.
Yeah,
Mhm.
he
Yeah,
was the
no
best.
problem with it.
Yeah. Him and Spider-Man, well, eventually becoming friends.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Was a bit. Yeah, was the best part of the story to me.
Mhm.
And
Well,
that
of
was a
course, I
good
got a
idea
kick out of it
because Frank protects girls and young women, and that was the best place for Spider-Man to take her. MJ was the Frank protection.
Well, Frank protects all innocent people. That's his whole shtick.
Yeah,
But he does so lethally.
yeah. I know. I like the traps.
By eliminating the threat. Yeah.
But as a Spider-Man fan, I had to enjoy the fact that the first cinematic appearance of MCU Punisher is in a Spider-Man film because he first appeared in a Spider-Man comic.
Nice.
Now, it's not the first appearance of the MCU Punisher, because he was in the Daredevil series. He had his own series. He was in that one shot they just released, and he was in what was the other one? Daredevil, Punisher,
Defenders.
the Defenders. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah. All of the Netflix stuff.
Oh, and She-Hulk, he was in She-Hulk.
Oh, that's right.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah, he was a defendant. He was a defendant in there. Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he knew that Matt Murdock was Daredevil.
Mm.
So I liked his first movie appearance, at least being a Spider-Man one. I also like the fact that based on the one shot they just released and this film, it seems like maybe the Punisher won't be doing all lethal stuff anymore. And that is an arc that he kind of has in the comics too, is when not to go lethal. Not every criminal needs a bullet. Some of them can be arrested and should be.
And then Spider-Man getting shot by him. Yeah, I don't know. They had to, I guess, humanize him somehow. But I don't know. And make him, I guess, like you said, eventually he's going to realize, he can't just villainize, I guess, every situation, basically. He gotta learn, to get, I guess, give and take in a way, or whatever you want to call it.
Well, and the thing is, if they have him always going lethal, it makes him a less like it doesn't make him a very relatable character. Like it's too much.
Anybody would just basically, I guess, a gun as a weapon, and that's their main weapon.
Frank needs a balance. He has Matt Murdock as a balance. He also has Peter as a balance now. Because without those two, you guys realize he goes off the hook. And She-Hulk. Yeah, without them, he goes off the hook. He needs a balance in his life. That's why he's with these guys. He knows, okay, I need you. We're two opposite sides of the coin, but we're it together. That's why he works well when he's hooks up with somebody.
So, but the last thing I'm going to bring up is something that Caddy and I both kind of delved upon at the same time. We know that Peter knew Hulk before he erased everything.
Mm-hmm.
So we were thinking that it wasn't Banner that finally let go and during the Hulk Spider-Man battle when he was like, it's me, it's Peter, I'm your friend. And, Banner suddenly lets go. It's like, no, Banner still would not have remembered who the fuck Peter or Spider-Man, that Peter Parker is Spider-Man or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the ambulance, she's like, what happened? What happened? He doesn't remember being the Hulk.
But here's the thing. The Hulk knew Peter and Spider-Man, and the Hulk did not exist technically at the time Doctor Strange erased everything. So our theory was that Hulk is the one that let go because he remembers Peter Parker Spider-Man.
That's my theory exactly, because Banner kept on saying in the ambulance, what happened? Did it hurt anybody? He did not remember being the Hulk, just like in Thor Ragnarok. He did not remember the time being the Hulk. It's two separate entities. Hulk, Bruce. So yeah, when Peter's like, it's Pete, Peter, your friend. Hulk let go. He's like, oh yeah, my friend, bug guy. I don't want to hurt him. Yeah. Then
So,
Banner came out. I agree with that, man.
That was our theory watching it.
Seems
I
legit.
agree.
And I love the fact that everybody that, everybody who forgets freaking Peter Parker, the Hulk remembers.
Because he wasn't around when this spell happened. Only Banner. Two separate entities, because remember, he put the brain and the body together, combined them, and he got rid of the Hulk personality, but kept the body. Yeah, Hulk personality came back.
So that was one of the things that we wanted to point out, because that's what we thought watching it. Anything else you guys want to bring up personally before we move on to the next subject?
Sorry about the closed caption. That was not my fault, dude.
The end scene, the only extra scene, obviously, is gonna be him going to what's the world called? It's somewhere.
Battle World.
Huh?
Battle World. Battle World.
Well, yeah, it's some weird world name that he's going to be going to. I forget what the total.
Maybe he's on War World.
Yeah, Werewolf.
War World.
No, War World was DC.
Sorry.
Battle World and has been used for Secret Wars and Doom's little thing when he destroyed the universe and stitched up pieces of different universes to make a new Earth.
Okay.
So
anyway, yeah, this new world that it's going to be, I'm guessing, in Secret Wars, right? Because Spider-Man is not in Doomsday at all.
Well, we don't know for sure, and I avoided everything. The only thing I know about Doomsday is fucking that the Fantastic Four are in it and Doctor Doom is in it.
Yeah,
I'm avoiding every other thing about it.
What?
The only thing mentioned officially. Sorry. The only thing officially mentioned about extra.
Hold on.
The only thing mentioned.
I like you. Shut up, Danny Lion. Say your thing again because I didn't hear you, and then positive you chime in.
Doctor Doom is in the Doctor Doom movie. Spoilers, jeez.
Yeah, golly, dude. I mean, come on. I mean, you haven't even seen the trailers.
That's
what
shocking.
No.
Oh shit.
When it comes to franchises, I know I'm going to watch the movies or things on. I avoid spoilers like the plague. Like Star Trek, I know I'm going to watch everything. Star Wars, I'm going to watch everything. MCU, I'll watch everything. I don't want to be spoiled by anything. That's why when like Jean Grey shows up, I'm like, holy fuck, it's Jean Grey. I got to have that moment. I'm not going to have that moment if I get all the spoilers beforehand.
Okay.
I was just going to say that the only announcement was that there's going to be some he said that heroes will appear, but they will not be shown in the trailer. We're not going to tell you who they are, but more heroes will show up in the movies. That's all the brothers have said.
Well, I already figured that because it's a fucking Avengers movie. That means they're going to be bringing.
Didn't Mike just say he didn't want spoilers? Come on.
But that's not really a spoiler per se because, it's an Avengers movie. As soon as we know that the first one has everyone coming back, like even Age of Ultron, I knew the title was Age of Ultron, but I didn't know Vision was going to show up in that film when it first happened. So I was thrilled watching that part.
Nice.
Okay, cool.
And I like having those, moments in the film where I get to be surprised.
Nice.
I had part
You're
of.
gonna be surprised. That's all I can say.
I did have some of Spider-Man spoiled for me by a fucking YouTube thumbnail for Film Theory because they were talking about him gaining extra powers. I'm like, fuck you guys. Now I know he's gaining extra powers. I didn't know exactly what it was, but I was worried they were going to go full on the other storyline where he gets the freaking Wolverine claws too.
You want to highlight Shifty's comment? The credit scene may not be Battleworld or Tom's Spidey off-planet like it shows. The Spidey tracker may be tracking another Spidey. We don't know yet.
Yeah, exactly. It could be more. It could be Miles Morales or whoever.
Well, hasn't the spider tracker based not on his whereabouts, but on people spotting him?
Yeah.
Correct.
I didn't
Yes.
actually stay for the end credit. I just Googled what it was, and I'm like, well, that doesn't
Oh.
sound super exciting. I'm just going to go.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
they could. Knowing that, knowing that it could be Ben Reilly's Spider-Man or Scarlet Spider. It could be Kane. It could be Spider-Side. It could be Doppelganger. It could be Miles Morales. It could be Silk. It could be Aranya. It could be Maddie Franklin. It could be Jessica Carpenter.
How many
There's
Web
so many
Warriors are
spider
there?
people it could possibly be.
My question is, who saw a Spider-Man character in outer space to put it onto the tracker? Like that's
a good question.
That's the question I would have. I'm like, well, this
Probably the Guardians.
Well, I was going to say there's only one person that we know, or one hero that we know of that uses the Spider Tracker app, and that's Punisher.
Right.
Well, somebody else uses
You know, I looked carefully and I did not see Watu anywhere in the sky.
Yeah.
I looked.
Well, he's always watching, so.
I know. I looked and like, nope, I didn't see him yet.
Okay.
Well, Spidey 2 had the webs. He was cool.
Right.
Was Silk in this movie? I don't remember
amazing.
seeing Silk in this movie, Shifty.
Cho, you talking about Cho from what's his name? From the classroom.
Those scenes from the comic book at the beginning of the movie, they could have showed all kinds of hidden characters in that first 7 minutes, really.
No, I think Shifty is talking about the girl in the classroom that asked the question. Is that who you're referring to, Shifty? I saw that rumor online.
Well, since they didn't do the cliche and have the star-crossed lovers hook back up at the end of the movie, it would be interesting to see if they introduce Silk and as a new relationship potentiality for Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yeah, same actress. Awesome. Yeah. That's the rumor I saw online as well. 50. Damn it, my letter's dying.
She was in this movie. She just hasn't become Silk yet. Yeah, that's what I kind of thought too. Okay. Yeah, it's a future thing.
Yeah, because he said, "Hi, Paladin. Hi, Shirty."
Hey, that's his new name. We got Pixels to Pickles. Now we got Shifty to Shirty. Shirtygasm. And PC didn't do it this time.
Do what?
Called Pixels Pickles.
Well, okay. If we were all before we move on to Strange New World, if we all give it a score out of 10, as I said, I would give it an 8.5. I liked the movie. It had issues, but it was still thoroughly enjoyable for me.
Yep, I would agree. That sounds about right.
Yeah, I give it a 9.
A little bit higher. And positive?
Yeah, like I said, it's a math for me, so 5. I'm sorry.
Okay. No worries, dude.
Different strokes, different folks.
Yeah, I mean, it just didn't have. But I know they're saving it for later. It had kind of blasé villains. Even Jean Grey was kind of blasé.
Thank God I put the R in that. Dirty and shitty.
Yeah, Jean Grey was a blasé villain in this because even though she has her powers that they showed in the movie, we know that she is even more powerful than what they showed in the movie.
She did seem very young.
You know,
we know she will be more powerful eventually than what she was in the movie. That's what
I'm glad they expanded her powers because I'm watching this and I'm like, did they fucking nerf her? All she's doing is jumping people? This is Jean Grey. Did they nerf her? What's going on? Then I'm like, okay, this is better.
Well, it's her origin story too, in a way, right?
Yeah, I thought they just nerfed her because she's a very powerful mutant.
I had a question though. You know how her powers were somewhat less effective on Spider-Man? Is that something that it tends to? Is that always the case? Is it like, do they encounter one another?
No, it is not always the case. In fact, there's a in one of the Spider-Man X-Men crossovers, Jean Grey, as a punishment to Wolverine for hitting on her, switches Spider-Man and Wolverine's minds. And so, yeah, in the comics and in other media, he doesn't actually have a resistance to her telepathy at all.
Okay. And sometimes it's Mesmero who does it.
That's why, in my mind, I thought this person was related to Morlun, because the whole thing is, Morlun hunts superheroes and supervillains with animalistic powers, but the spiders have always been his bane, essentially. Yeah, he will hunt the people with spider powers, but sometimes they fight back and actually injure him back.
Gotcha.
So that's why I thought it was that. In fact, even in the comic books, the Master Weaver, which is like the center of all Marvel superheroes that have in the multiverse that have spider powers, eventually is revealed to be Morlun's brother. So yeah, the Spider-Man totem power stuff has always been out there. I love the original storyline by J. Michael Straczynski, but it polarized a lot of Spider-Man fans. But I've always enjoyed it personally because it like adds an aspect of to Spider-Man's powers that didn't exist before.
Right.
So, all right, let's move on to the Strange New Worlds episode because this time
go because I didn't see that and I have other stuff I need to go do today. So cool. It was very fun. It was lovely to see you all. And assuming Chris does a show tonight, Eli, is there any chance you're sending me an avatar?
I will send you an avatar in a little bit.
Okay, thank you.
No problem.
I like acrobat thief characters. So if that's of any helpfulness in
well, I thought it'd be really funny to have your little otter be a barbarian and wielding like a battle axe larger than themselves.
Okay, well, cool, but like I said,
I'm not the one making it though.
I generally play thief characters, so just putting that out there.
I will remember that when I make the avatar.
Thank you. All right, bye guys. I'll see you later.
Later.
All right, so primarily I wanted to talk about Stranger Worlds last week because I was seeing a lot of hate online for it. I did not see any hate on this episode, despite the fact that it's essentially a fucking ghost story.
It's Event Horizon redone. That's all it is.
Or Alien in a way.
Well, it technically is. It's a ghost ship in space. It's Event Horizon all over again.
Yeah, it was very similar, but they put the Star Trek twist on it. I like the fact they referenced Division 12 because that's only been mentioned like twice before in all of Trek, and one of them was fucking Lower Decks.
But I'm like, holy fucking shit. They actually went there with the gore. Oh my gosh, this is not a Star Trek episode you can watch with your kids. No.
Yeah.
I still like it.
Yeah, but normally Star Trek, it's a family show. Yeah, let's watch with the kids. You sit down with your kid when watching this episode, you're like, where's the remote? Where's the remote? Sam's getting sucked out of the glass. Where's the remote? I cannot believe they actually went there with that glass, with the blood spotting on the camera lens. That was like, holy shit.
Yeah, it was definitely a kill reminiscent of Alien Resurrection or Jason X. So,
yeah.
You
know, I agree with some people that I was watching online. When they was on a bridge, I'm like, yeah, I'm surprised they didn't smash that glass already.
One of the issues I have is they didn't set up the Griffin in a previous episode. They should have done that.
No, I like the fact it was a brand new ship.
I don't know. To me, it's running across another lost ship because they did the same thing in the Academy episode where they're returning to a Starfleet wreck when what's his name shows up again, Paul Giamatti's character.
Oh shit! I can't remember that one.
Nasbruka or some stupid.
Yeah, I know Nas. Yeah.
So it's another Federation ship out there like that. I'm sorry, that kind of bugged me. I wish they just set it up earlier. I mean, I remember watching the animated series, and they're like, "Oh, we're running across the Venture, the Bonaventure," and I'm like, "Okay, so you got that one. Then you got Next Generation. We're stumbling across the Pegasus. We're stumbling across, why are there so many fucking Starfleet ships that just end up abandoned out in space?"
Somebody got to be
nobody else comes across them. Look at that.
Yeah, the Ferengi don't use that to their advantage or something. I mean, come on.
No, the Klingons use Pioneer 10 as a target practice in the movie. Come on.
Yeah, they used the Voyager as target practice. Come on.
No, it was Pioneer 10.
It was Pioneer 9 or 10. There's no physical difference between the two.
Well, I know, but it was one of those two, which means technically they were in Federation space when they happened.
Oh yeah, they were well within.
Yeah, yeah.
They were a stone's throw from Earth when they did that.
I know. And Federation said, "Well, Klingons, they're in Federation space." Whoa!
Pioneer 10.
But I didn't hate the episode. People were complaining about the retcons in the first episode. In this episode, Kirk is really worried about being a dad, and it's not something that's ever brought up until Star Trek 2 to begin with, or Star Trek 2 and 3. So it's weird to see him being like all worried about being a good dad.
Well, they just advanced that storyline, obviously.
If he didn't know about that, he had a kid.
Yeah. Well, no, he knew he had a kid. He said, "I agreed not to." In Star Trek 2, he said, "I agreed. I stayed away," or whatever.
Maybe that's why. Maybe
I did. I did what you wanted. I stayed away. That's what he said.
Maybe that's why she didn't answer the phone call because that leads up to her. Like, okay, I'll stay away with Carol.
Yeah, I did what.
Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what happened. Yeah.
That's what he says in Star Trek 2. I did what you wanted. I stayed away. So I mean, they explain that in Star Trek 2, but yeah, this thing about him already having feels for his kid, David. I guess they didn't mention his name yet, right? Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Say that again.
He said David. Did they
mention his movie in the? Did they mention his name in the episode?
Yeah, they refer to him as David a bunch of times in the episode.
Yeah. Okay, I was just making sure.
All right, I'll be right back. I gotta go do something.
Okay. PC, do you remember the episode where the Lower Decks crossover, where Boimler was so excited to meet Spock, and he was kind of freaked out because Spock was doing emotions, and he thought that he messed up the timeline because of the interaction, and he told Spock about it. Remember that episode?
Yeah.
Why did they cross over or mention that? Because Spock became logical thanks to T'Pring's his encounter with T'Pring. It brought him back to logic. So basically, he's now logical now. So it's going to be less emotion. So what happened to Borman's conversation? He was still emotional after that. Now he's logical again. I'm like, I guess that lower next episode doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it's whatever.
So that explains how he's now logical and not emotional anymore.
Semi-canon? I don't know if whatever you want to call it that, but anyway.
One of the problem I had with that. But yeah, I'm not really into horror, and I'm watching this. I'm like, wait, but this kind of reminds me of Event Horizon. Yeah, horror is not my favorite genre. Least favorite genre. I'll watch it for a laugh and a chuckle. But the thing, like I said, laugh and a chuckle. The Blair Witch Project Part 2. This is what it was. Have you seen Blair Witch Project Part 2?
Yes, I've seen Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows.
Okay,
yeah.
This is what the ending was. This is what it reminded me of. Because you gotta remember, for instance, in the movie, the girl just threw the cash at the cashier and grabbed the beer and ran off. But at the end of the movie, she actually stabbed her. So when Spock woke up, it wasn't T'Pring doing it; it was him doing it. I'm like, okay, I've seen this book before. Blair Witch Project 2.
It's a fucking ghost story. Of course, they're going to use ghost story tropes. It doesn't, But I will say this: I did like the fact that they didn't have an explanation at the end.
Yeah, okay, that was good.
Because too often they'll just
Blair Witch Project 2. Did you like the end where she put her finger to her lips and goes?
No.
So did she actually encounter her, or was she really there as the ghost?
I don't remember, but I do have a quick question about it because I don't remember from the episode. What class of ship was the Griffin?
Sheridan?
Was it a Constitution class, or what kind of ship was it? Because
I think it was a Constitution class.
Because that would not make sense to me. Because it looked very Constitution-y. But the thing is, they said it disappeared 9 years ago, and back in Discovery, none of the ships looked like that.
Yeah, I know. And the bridge looked brand new, like it was electrified. Yeah.
Another plot hole.
Well, they reuse sets all the time. You gotta remember that.
I know, but I felt like I needed to point that out because that it's either a retcon or they decided to change something.
Well, for instance, they reuse sets, and sometimes they redress them, so you kind of hardly tell they reused a set. They just reused the set without fucking redressing it. They slapped them together. There you go. Here's the picture. Put it together.
It's the freaking Yamato all over again.
Yeah, they should have just redressed it.
Pretty much.
Yeah, I can't believe when someone pointed it out to me and it bugged me because it's visible in the HD version. In Next Generation, when they reused the Enterprise bridge set to be the Yamato,
Mm-hmm.
because in the HD version you can see everything clearly. Some guy zoomed into one of the panels in the background, and it's the fucking Enterprise dedication plaque. And I'm like, God damn it, you guys couldn't even do that, right?
Yeah,
even when they reused the Voyager set for the Bellerophon in Deep Space Nine, they changed the dedication plaque.
Yeah, but remember what was it? Picard. I think it was Picard. Oh no, Discovery. They had Neelis's counter there in the room. I'm like, what the fuck is Neelis's counter doing there?
If I was to do the same thing, I'd give this episode a solid 7.5 out of 10.
Still a 5 for me. It's still Star Trek, but I'm not a horror fan.
I'm a huge horror fan.
I like the storyline. Yeah, I can rewrite that without it being a horror story. But I'm not a horror fan. It's not my favorite genre.
occasionally it's nice to have a different genres explored by Star Trek. I mean, this gave very strong. What's the Voyager episode where they had the alien demon cloud monster thing on the ship?
Oh.
And Neelix was telling the kids the story about it.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Come on, PC. You do Voyager more. You do more Voyager more than I.
Voyager was not my thing, unfortunately.
I can't remember the title though, but I'm just saying, Star Trek in general has had, occasionally they have a funny episode. Sometimes they have a serious episode. Sometimes they're a courtroom drama. Star Trek is able to branch out its genres, and that's a strength, not a detriment. So having a horror story every once in a while is okay by me.
But we've already seen the body bag raised up with Crusher before. We've already seen that.
But not in a horror setting. That was a murder mystery.
I light my candle in the wind. That's what Beverly did, right, in that episode?
Yeah.
That was an entirely different. He's talking about the episode where the Ferengi creates the metaphasic shields.
Oh, okay. My bad. Yeah, instantly thought of the
I know
goofy Crusher episode was
one of the worst episodes of Next Generation.
Yeah.
No, Masks was one of the worst episodes of Next Generation.
No, Masks was awesome. I don't care what anyone says. That was awesome.
No, it wasn't. That was the worst fucking episode of TNG ever. It's like Spock's brain. Come on.
No, Metamorphosis was worse than Masks, and I will die on that hill.
Oh.
And if you really disagree with me, Elihu, I will try to do either next week CNA stream or a community offensive stream where we will have that debate. Which episode is worse?
Okay, remind me. So I can rewatch that one you're talking about, and
what is worse?
Rewatch Mask.
Yeah, you gotta rewatch your worst episode 100 times to really ingrain it into your brain.
Dude, the classic TOS Star Trek streams on Amazon Prime, and I saw Spock's brain. I'm like, nope, I'll watch the SN instead. Yeah, sorry, I refuse to watch that episode. It's just so fucking stupid.
Brain.
That is,
what
yeah.
is
Oh my gosh.
That and what's the children shall lead? Ashes, we all fall
down. Wait, did I get this to Chris already? I found a good video. Hang on a second.
Yeah. Pull up some clips.
No. Wait, can't spell Chris's name. No, I can't. I can't spell Chris's name. Let's see. No, I didn't do this.
Yeah, season 3 is. No wonder Star Trek got canceled, but oh my God, it's terrible.
Well, I think overall.
Don't get me wrong. There's a few good episodes. But, yeah.
Wonder Man got canceled for season 2.
That sucks because I like that show.
I know. Now that Josh Gad made an appearance at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll never know how he got out of the dark dimension.
Exactamundo.
All right. Anything else you guys want to bring up about this episode? Because I might need to head out.
Yeah, it was another bleh episode.
Yeah. It was a filler episode.
Yeah, a filler.
No, because it still expands on La'an's arc. It finishes an arc for Spock returning to pure logic.
By the way, you think they're retconning her to be Khan's dad?
Wait. Say that again?
You think they're retconning La'an to be Khan's dad?
No, you mean having Khan be her dad?
No, I can't have her be her dad. Have her be his dad.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
You don't. Okay.
Let me ask you guys a question. Did you guys think?
In other words,
sorry, did you guys think that going into the episode when they went onto the ship, Leanne was going to die because she's the only one in a red shirt?
No.
no.
She's the only one that's not important in the TOS series.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to kill her off in the second episode of the season.
Oh,
maybe
red shirt, red shirt.
Maybe of the last season.
They still got to introduce Sulu.
Yeah, well,
we got everybody but Sulu.
Him and McCoy are coming next year, supposedly, or maybe the end of this year.
No,
this is supposed to be the last season.
Yeah.
So
no, they have one more season of 6 episodes.
Yeah.
Season 5.
Oh, I thought I heard. See, again, I try to avoid spoilers, but I heard that they were. This season was going to be the last one.
No, season 5 has six episodes.
And I'm looking forward to the next episode,
which will probably be
puppets.
Is the next episode the Muppet episode?
Episode 5, the puppets.
So that's the Muppet episode. Cool.
Well, I'm not going to complain because Angel did a puppet episode and it was fucking awesome.
I know, that was funny. Is this going to be the second Angel trope in Star Trek this season?
I don't know.
Huh.
Don't know.
Oh, well.
I don't either. Don't matter.
Well, I'm hungry, man.
All right. Well, then, Hungry, you can go. I've been Vile Mike, and that's been Positive Candor. Sorry, I had to make the dad joke. Oh, shit. I didn't even realize I turned my camera on. When did I turn my camera on?
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at X.
I was trying to clean my glasses.
Oh, okay. Must have accidentally hit something.
No, the reason I had to go earlier was because I had to grab some wipes from my car. I took a sip of my... hold on. This is the energy drink I've been drinking.
Okay.
Because of the amount of caffeine I need. And when I took a sip, it splashed up and got all over my glasses.
Oh, my God.
Ooh.
So I had to go to the back to grab wipes. So I figured, while I'm wiping my glasses lenses, let me do a deep clean and talk about Star Trek. So, all right. On that note, we'll go ahead and head out, folks. We'll see you next week. I'll probably still be talking about Star Trek just because fuck it, might as well continue as each episode comes out. I don't know what the other topic will be. If you can join us for Chris's stream, if he has a stream tonight, because I will be doing another round of Jep Nerdy based on Dungeons and Dragons.
With not the movie, right?
Actually,
the regular.
Some of the questions are related to the movie.
Okay.
Really? Okay.
I've seen the movie. I love the movie.
I've seen the movie too. But
I like who?
Whatever.
No, never. I can't say it. I can't say it. And that'll give you an answer. So never mind. Bye.
Okay,
Later, folks.
Give us an answer.
No.
Come
Been a while
on.
since I've seen the movie, but I've seen the movie.
All right. Seriously, later, folks.
Later, weirdos.